Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. Today, I'm talking about My Adventure with Superman, season number 3, episode number 3, All Fair and Love and Worms. In this episode here, is the main focus is not on Superman. He does play a part in here, and you guys see him interact with Hank Henshaw as well too. It could be starting off with Hank Henshaw trying to be Superman, and he's a little more aggressive with the bad guys. The Superman is. Superman, as he's more caring, he has to care about because Superman wants to save everybody, even the bad guys in a way. And so you got Hank who sees somebody who do something wrong, a man trying to mug a woman, steal a purse. He gives the purse back, and then he just smacks the guy so hard he hits his back against the pole. Now, people are happy. The girl woman is happy, appreciating that she that she got her purse back, but at the same time, he was so aggressive and so rough with the person who robbed her, it made her more concerned about him than about her getting a purse robbed. But you know you're on the wrong side of the fence when the person you saved is caring about more for the person who did the crime to them. And in this mind, because the thing is though, Hank is he's like in a whole different world. Everybody else is terrified by him. Said, Jesus Christ, dude, that was a little bit too much. But in his mind, I'm saving the day. They love me. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Even Lex had to point out to me, dude, what are you doing? Our job here is to replace Superman. See, your job, here's what you're supposed to do. I made you up. I gave you these abilities, and you're supposed to out Superman. They're supposed to love you more than him. If they're still siding with him and they're scared of you, you failed the mission. And you see Lex having to put him in his place as well. And the interesting part, and then they also got a love competition going on between Jimmy and Kara. Jimmy loves Kara, but he's so afraid of having a relationship with her because he doesn't feel because he's insecure with himself. He doesn't feel like he's good enough to be with her. So he pushes her away and said, "Look, there's other guys out there who's way better than me. So date them, and then you truly will be happy. Because I'm the good guy." No, you're just dumb. You're just dumb. But Kara wants to be with Jimmy, and she says, "Fine. If you want to play this stupid game, I'm going to play the game too, and I'm going to outgame you, and I'm going to get as many dates as possible because I'm more valuable than you are." So he was, "Well, I'm more valuable than you, so I'm going to get more girls." I said, "Dude, this is your idea for her to go ahead and date. This was you were the one who pushed her away. You could have been with her right now." And you got Lois trying to help out Kara to compete with Jimmy, and so they got their own two things going on. And meanwhile, Jimmy, who is supposed to be working on a case to find this person who's he's mutating people, he's doing this whole worm dating service called w.o.r.m.s, which is just a horrible name, but it is what it is. Even the people who are in charge of w.o.r.m.s had trouble in their relationship. So. But it does work out in the end, and you got Jimmy finding the person he's supposed to be finding. But the comedic elements in this episode were very, very funny. Especially watching Jimmy go through all these changes as well, because the way he freaks out a lot of times is very fun to watch. And then watching him face off against Giganta and how the relationship was as well too. And it's also really funny is that every time Superman saves some girl who's kind of crazy, they end up falling in love with him. All falling in love with him. It was like one of the theme shows. First with the girl with the whips who had the kryptonite in it, and now Giganta when he saves her, and that's she was like falling in love with him too. He said, "Ma'am, I'm in a committed relationship right now." And the way he responded to that was just very funny. And it had a lot of comedic moments in this episode I really did enjoy. It even had a surprise musical, which I did not see coming. But at the same time, I enjoyed every second of it because I thought it was funny. These episodes kind of a little bit more of an homage to the golden age of Superman comic books, how things can be a little bit silly at times, a little bit goofy. To take things too seriously, and it kind of has that balance in here of like this. It can have something really crazy and intense with the whole Hank Henshaw situation, but also has bring some lightheartedness to it as well too. Especially when you said Superman confronting Chiffon and how he got her to give her back the tech that she stole. but this by just trying to stop her. All he did was run in front of her real fast and stop her from going anywhere and said, Savon, come on, give me the deck, please. Come on now. Quit playing around. And she finally said, fine. And you would just see, you don't need violence. And meanwhile, Hank Henshaw is just, no, you do. You do need violence. You see, it's one thing to save the people from the criminals, but we have to scare the criminals so they'll never do crime again by any means necessary. Because that's what good guys do. I'm not a psycho. I'm your friend. Even Lex had to put him in his place here. And then, so you had the whole love story going on here between Jimmy and Kara, which is going to take the long road to go around. It looks like they're going to end together, hopefully. Then you have Lois, who acts like she's just an expert on love now, even though she's in a relationship because she's in a relationship. But she's scared of commitment in her own relationship, running away from it because Clark is talking about having a house together, children and stuff as well too. It's freaking her out because she's thinking, well, if they go in the direction, if they do get married, they do have kids, the adventure's gonna be over. I just do you know what's happening right now? You're with Superman. The adventure's never gonna be over. It's just gonna add more to it. You think it's going to be easier and boring because you were Superman and married to him? No. And you're a reporter who likes to get into dangerous stuff. It doesn't stop. It's going to get worse. But then, all the talk about the future, we cut to the future, and then we see, we get introduction to not Connor. We get introduction to Superboy in here. And also, we look like we saw future Jimmy and future John Henry Irons working alongside future Lex. And the world has been taken over by robots. And it looks like, now, I don't know what's going on here, but the statue of Superman and Supergirl are gone. Was destroyed. Does that mean they're dead? Is Lois dead? And then Hank Henshaw take over the world? Because the tension between Hank Henshaw and Lex has already started. When Lex put Hank in his place by shutting him down, and you look on his face, that you know right there, Hank did not like that. So you know right then and there, it's gonna turn sideways really, really quick. And when it does, it's not gonna be good for nobody. It looks like it's not gonna be good for the whole entire world. So now we got Superboy into the mix now. I'm looking forward to see his interaction he has with Superman and Lois. How they're going to respond to one another, because you got Lois who's been running from the future from a long, long time, trying to keep everything the same, because she's still scared about how things are going to turn out, or what she's going to turn into, or what's going to happen. So let's have a Superboy in the mix now and seeing her possible future. Looking forward to see how she's going to respond to that, and also Superman as well too. Is he going to freak out, or is he going to embrace this whole situation? And I really do like what they're doing with Hank Henshaw as well too, because in the comic books, he was pretending to be Superman, and the whole world believed it. Well, not the whole world, but a lot of people believed it. And then it revealed that he's the bad guy the whole time. But this time, it let you know from the start, no, he's the bad guy, and everybody knows who he is from the start. So there's no confusion here. So when he start going down this bad route, we already see it coming. Because even now, civilians are concerned about how he's handling situations. So, overall, great fun episode. Had a fun watching. Had a lot of humor to it as well too. Combined with the darkness and the edginess as well. So, leave comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode of My Adventure with Superman. If you haven't watched it, so check it out for yourself. Hopefully you watch it. You will enjoy having watching it too. Give my channel a like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I really do appreciate it. Also, links down below. Connect you on my social media as well too. Also in my stores, but also things with shirts and socks, everything else and whatnot. I got a TeePublic, Redbubble, and a Teespring shop. See some things, buy some stuff. I really appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams of life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, people.